Oh, gotta reach over for the thing. Oh gosh. Hi everyone. I'm Alice, and it's Trash Beetle night. I'm a little more awake than last week. Still hurting a bit, so we may not go the whole 2.25 hours, but we're gonna try, darn it. As you can see, here before us is our lovely child, the Trash Beetle. And, most of it fits together okay. It's fine. It's totally okay. How's everyone doing? It's also got windshield wipers, which is pretty rad. Well, that's not the window I want in front. Windows. Windows. Doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I just started getting a headache as I was setting up, so I took a pill for it, and hopefully it won't get anywhere. Waiting for foods to be done fooding. That makes sense. So it looks like we're starting at step 220, and it looks like I've got to open up the system bricks bucket. Back, no, that's not it. It's this one. Hi Mops, hi Bad Road. You have nothing to say, but you're here. Oh, it's fine to have nothing to say. Half the time I'm streaming, I have nothing to say, so I just say bullshit. And then hope someone adds it to the quote bot. Alright, so I need 1x2 gray plates. There we go. Another one of those, though. There we go. Now these are real obvious that they're not, like, genuine Lego, if you look at that. As you can see where the sprue attached. Can I get a better close-up? There we go, that's pretty good. Them ones is pretty obvious. Or it looks like 1x2 flat clears, or is that a grill? Is that a grill or no? That's a clear. All right. Had to get up to look closer. There's a 1x1 clear. They're so. The clear pieces, the ones that were clear in the genuine kit, are so foggy in this. No, that might be what I'm looking for, though it's not actually a clear one, it's a smoke gray one, which is also foggier than the genuine piece. Yeah, I think those are what I'm looking for. I don't see any actual clear ones. Or intended to be clear ones. So y'all get that good old Lego digging ASMR. No, I had it. Darn it. There it is. I appreciate the L's. A very nostalgic sound. I imagine. I'm glad I got back into Lego. It's always been one of my favorite things. There's number 4. Turn this down so you can actually see what we've collected. I need 2 black roof pieces. like these ones. Huh. That light is not shining correctly. That's a little better, I think. Might actually be worse. Maybe if I move the table back a little. That's weird. That's okay, as long as I don't turn it quite... Oh, it's the orange light from the actual camera doing it. That's amazing. See, there's an orange light right by the lens that just fucking is lit all the time. So if it's aimed directly at something up close, it fucks it up. Like that. Which, you'd think I'd have remembered that. I've been building in front of this camera for this long. Since the LEGO Dimension streams, that one of these days I really hope I get the energy to go back and finish. Because, wow, that is a lot. Now I need these edge pieces. There's one. Need two of these. We purple now. I tried to make it as unpurple as possible. I think it looks okay now. We're making such rapid progress on this step. Hooray, donuts! I'm allergic to, like, almost every donut. So I have to enjoy them through other people enjoying them. I forgot the word that I was going to use.
Cherish?
No. Vicariously. Gosh darn it, it's here somewhere. Yes, Bad Road, vicariously. Well, that's not supposed to be in here. Neither is that. I don't want to go searching through every bin for this piece. There it is. Thank you for the L's. And the Waluigi L. I actually wasn't aware that there was a Unicode Waluigi L, but now I know. Now I can't say put Waluigi in Unicode, you cowards. It's an uppercase gamma. Yeah, Waluigi. That's how you spell Waluigi. W-A, uppercase gamma. Alright. Got all the pieces for this one step finally. Gotta find my mouse cursor. There it is. I should really make my mouse cursor more visible, because I can't see shit. Alright. So we put these together. Oh no. Okay. I thought we had to make 2 of them and I'd only gotten half the pieces, but in fact we have to make 2 of them and I got all the pieces. That's why we're collecting double of everything. Alright. And this. And here. And then the smoky colored ones. Good stuff. Now I gotta make the other one. Yeah, anything that's supposed to be translucent is way, way foggier than it should be. That's very, very noticeable in this light. I don't know if it's as obvious on camera. You can sort of see it, but it's not as obvious as it is in person. Alright, now these go onto the system bumps on the front of the Beetle. I'm honestly surprised everything's lined up well enough for it to fit. But there it is. Yeah, actually looks pretty good. Got me this time, Lepan. Lepan, however you pronounce your name. Lepan the Third. Do not what? Do not Lepan the Third. Alright, now we gotta grab a size 3 axle. There. And also a thingy. There are 2 trucks inside you. You know which one wins? The one that you fuel. There we go. One is American, the other is import. Alright. So I got that. That's our build for the day, everyone. I've got to make that joke at least once every couple weeks. This fits on like this. I hope one of them is Optimus Prime. I like to imagine Optimus Prime gets the Triple H treatment when they say his name. Wielder of the Allspark. That does not fit, like, at all. It just falls. So that's going to be fun. And what a beautiful finished build. Smaller than expected, but that's okay. Alright, I grabbed another one of these. This one looks like it's molded correctly. Yeah, that one fits on there. The joy of bootlegs to the tune of The Sound of Silence. Your father, leader of the Autobots, wielder of the Allspark, the cerebral assassin, the truck of trucks. I picked up a lot of wrestling knowledge by assimilation over the past couple of years. Or at least wrestling jokes. Weird thing about Technic builds that every time you start on a new sub build, you have no idea what it's for, even when once it's complete. Sometimes you get it once it's attached to the body, but other times you need to do 2 or 3 more sub builds in the meantime. Alright, hey, we're gonna use clips now. Wow, we just went like several steps without any clips. Weird. Drink over here so I have more room for stuff. Also, my jelly beans. Christy got me like 10 pounds of jelly beans. Only 1.5 pounds. Gotcha. Alright, here's a half clip that goes right in here. That's a lot of beans! Alright. Alright, it's time to empty out the girder boxes again. No, you can't just stay in there. You have to come out with everyone else. It's a fire hazard. Good stuff. How many beans could a bean, 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 bean? Yeah, I got nothing. Alright, I need one of the black size 2 girders. Lots of size 3s. Huh. Well, I don't see one. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Exactly. Looks like the longest sentence that all uses only words that are all spelled the same. Yeah, I do not see the piece I need, so it may just be SOL on that one. Question is, do I need it? Can we actually continue building without it? I think we can actually go on without it. I knew we were going to run into a missing piece at some point. Let me go through another tin that it could be in. But I think it's missing. No, that's not the right piece, but it was in the wrong place. No, there it is. All right. So we take this girder, turn it sideways. And as a reminder, mods, remember that quote bot. Let's fill that thing up until we get a fatal system error. Let's actually wreck. Let's actually wreck Cloudbot. Guess that fits right there. Kind of. Very loose, but it looks like it's actually... Yeah, there's no way for that to actually be held on. So it'll get fixed in the next step. Need a size 4 nail. Excellent. On the other side, a tube. And I also need a system stick. There it is. The only word for it really is a stick. Into the system bump. An odd way of doing things, but a way of doing things nonetheless. Holy crap, that does not fit right. Stick this bit in here. And now I need a mud flap. There it is. It's the mud flap. And we grab the beetle. And we fix this in here somehow. I'm not sure how that's supposed to connect. I think like, oh, here we go. There we go. That fits. Mud flap even flaps. That's exciting. Now we're totally different sub-build. I thought we'd be building the mud flap on the other side the same way we did that one. Not that I'm complaining, I don't like doing the same build twice in a row. Alright, for this one, we need a black 1x2 system plate. So I see lots of 3s and 4s. There's a 2. And I also need a thing with a hole. Aha. State-of-the-art thing with a hole technology. Oops. I dropped it. Damn it, now I've got the Nutshack theme stuck in my head. I'm so mad at myself. It's Donut Shack. I think Christy's dropping things. Are you dropping things? It's fine. Alright, now more system stuff. I'm glad that the system parts of the build are kind of set apart from everything else. So it means I have to dig through less bins. I'm glad that I thought to separate them like this, in the way that I done did. It's like a big ol' half archway here that I have to find. There it is. It's a big ol' half archway. Thank you, Mox. I was pretty proud of that one, honestly. I'm waiting to find one of these that still has the word Lego on the bumps, just to really nail the coffin shut. Like they forgot to alter one of their molds. That looks like it's supposed to be a black 1x2. I see lots of gray, or 1x1. I see lots of gray. 2 shades of gray. And that frozen pizza actually smells pretty good.
Yep.
Is that it? No, that's 1x2. I guess I can just use the wrong color if it takes me too long to find this. I keep saying that, but then I keep finding the right piece. There's lots of flat 1x1s. Aha, I found it. Once I got a pizza specifically to make it cold pizza. I've done that. Certain types of pizza are really, really good cold. Huh. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. I also need a 1x3. Especially when I wake up and I know I need to eat something, and heating something up or pouring milk would be too much work. Not familiar with any type of pizza that's good cold. I mean, not everyone's gonna like it, certainly. Tried to move the small pizza out of the large toaster oven, but it kept recessing into the oven, so I had to use a tool. Gotcha. Ooh, ooh. I found it. The one weakness of thing with a hole. Thing with a hole on the other side. Now thing with a hole can't take over the world, because we can always push it back. Alright. Look, they get along so well, though. Anyone been watching DuckTales? It continues to be super good. Tool use is what separates us from approximately 99.8% of animals. Yep. Yeah, it turns out that there's actually quite a few apes, hyenas, dolphins, bats, all use tools. So maybe we're not quite as smart as we thought. Ravens, yes, forgot about ravens. And crows. Crows are ridiculously smart. And they have good memory. Which they mostly use for evil. So, as I was saying, speaking of birds, anyone watch the new DuckTales? It's been very exciting. Saw the beginning of the new series and decided I should watch, but never did. I definitely think that you should go back and start. I'm a little sad that Darkwing isn't like a real person in this universe, but I think they may be leading up to Darkwing becoming a real person in the universe, so that's okay. Ducks and their tails. Ha ha ha. Alright, I need 1x1 gray bricks. There's one. There's another. There's just a lot of good cartoons lately. Adventure Time and Steven Universe really started a thing. Took me a while to realize that rewrite history meant like through archaeology. Yeah, there's not a lot of time travel. Not to say there's none, but there's not a lot of time travel. I mean, they got David Tennant. There has to be some time travel. Be kind to birds in the eventual uprising. You'll stick around and feed them fruit and give pets. Yep. The bird uprising will happen. You mark my words. I know, I've seen Hatoful Boyfriend. I feel bad for Hatoful Boyfriend because it started a genre that has nothing to do with it. A genre of visual novel, I should say, that has nothing to do with what Hatoful Boyfriend was doing. Let's see. I have that, but I've never played it, and I'm low-key afraid to. I still have no idea what Hatoful Boyfriend was doing. Let's see. If you like visual novels, and you like silliness, and you like birds, and you like social commentary, then Hatoful Boyfriend is probably a pretty good choice. The most recent episode of DuckTales, and this isn't really a spoiler for a main plot or anything, but Launchpad and Mrs. Beakley get deep into watching reruns of Darkwing Duck on Launchpad's VHS, and that's how they bond and become friends. It turns out Darkwing Duck was probably based on the Scarlet Pimpernel. You see, it's surface level, a silly game about bird dating, but there's actually a really deep narrative in the world building to explore that takes a couple playthroughs to really understand. Weird protags, got it. Yep. It's a horse with a human face. That's what Hatoful Boyfriend was doing, right? People who make Me Too games tend to not really get anything other than the surface level. Alright, I guess that's a fuel tank. So that's cool. Alright, now we're doing the other mud flap. It's the mud flap. God damn it, Alice.
I'm not sure what you thought was going to happen.
Find more thingies. I'll play a game about dating furniture if you make the characters compelling. I've heard Doki Doki Literature Club gets weird, but I don't think it's the same kind of weird. Doki Doki Literature Club is very basic meta-horror, and definitely a good introduction to the genre of meta-horror as a whole. I think it opened a lot of people's eyes to a genre that hadn't really been touched in a very long time. It's one of those games where if you like it, I have lots of good suggestions for more stuff to look at. Oh, I don't dislike Doki Doki Literature Club. It's very basic introductory stuff to the genre, so it doesn't do anything particularly new, so I just felt like I'd seen it all before. Because I had literally seen it all before. Which is why it shocked me that it blew up like it did. Pro CD rates 100 furniture waifus, 26,000 views. That actually sounds like a thing that will inevitably actually happen. Not like I wanted you to sit on me or anything, Baka. Nice thing about having chat on screen, especially since our chat is slow compared to something like Vinesauce, is that I don't feel like I'm stealing jokes when I read them back. Because you can very clearly see who actually made the joke. I can make my own jokes with blackjack and hookers. See, it's funny because that was just a stolen Futurama joke. Oh, this doesn't feel right. Okay, so this clip, this half feels like it's supposed to. This half does not, and I think it's because the lip curled inwards. So it's really doesn't have any give to it, but this side does. Oh, that's weird. Cherry, yeah, you don't want to believe that that's the actual name, huh? Aha. Not a complex show, no, but good satire that then immediately became, you know, the thing it was satirizing, which is kind of hilarious in and of itself. Parents hate him. All thanks to these 3 easy steps. Oh yeah, did you never see the original Pee-wee stuff? It is, we'll say, very grown up, but I'm not sure that's the right word. Oh, that's wrong. Saw the movie and the TV show. Yeah, there's skits before that. Saturday Night Live, I think? Yeah, Saturday Night Live. Christy's nodding yes.
And there was an hour-long stage show that I'm now trying.
Wasn't the stage show more recent?
No, it was quite a long time ago.
Okay, there was a recent stage show though. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, it started out as adult entertainment, not porn. But you know what you probably know what I mean. Okay, I see what I did wrong here. Well, that's still wrong. Stop being wrong. There we go. Looks pretty good there. I think. Close enough. Yes, not children's entertainment. And now he guest stars in everything. And even plays the first villain in Minecraft Story Mode. That's terrible, Mox, but thank you. Alright, need the other white stick. Ah. Got it. Sort of. Now I need a tube. It's right there. I have the stream preview up on my phone, which is right next to me, which is how I'm reading the chat. And I keep catching my eye with something that I did 5 seconds before. Pork, the other white stick. I need the other mud flap. It's the mud flap. It's gotta be around here somewhere. It's the mud flap. Anywhere? Windows is so bad, I'll copy something with the same name and it'll either be you have to skip this or which one are you going to delete, you have to choose. Fucking, yeah, all the things people complained about, like exaggerated about Windows for many years, all the way up through like Windows 7. Windows 10 actually has all those things wrong with it. It's really amazing. It's like they took people's complaints to heart and then said, y'all want to see what it'd be like if Windows was really as bad as you claimed? And then they just ran with it. Huh, I can't find that mud flap. It's the mud flap. Found the HBO special, but it's in chunks. Yeah, it usually would be. Apparently, if you have a laptop with a touchscreen and it runs Windows 10 and you touch the screen too often, it switches to tablet mode. I've heard that. There's probably a way to disable that, even if you have to edit like 6 entries in the registry to do so. Yeah, I can't find the mud flap. And then I found the mud flap. You have to give up, and then it'll work. Every goddamn time. As soon as you give up on finding it, you find it. Had to completely disable tablet mode because if I held the laptop computer in a way it didn't like it, it'd disable my keyboard and it'd take multiple restarts to stop. Oh, that sucks. I'm glad I never decided to get a touchscreen monitor. Not that I could ever afford one. Alright, now we're attaching the mud flap. It's the mud flap. To this side. Sort of see that? Yeah. That's a bit better. Didn't know it was touchscreen till I accidentally touched it, got it on eBay. Wow. It's easy to find if you know what you're looking for. That's a problem with Windows 10 since they literally change where all the options are every time there's a patch. My dad's laptop came with a touchscreen monitor. We got him a new one for Christmas because he kept complaining about how slow his old one was. Of course, he just complains about how nothing works the way he likes it. Well, of course. I think it was a floor model because it had the same kind of damage those computers at Best Buy have and was ridiculously cheap. Yeah, that's about right. That's how you get a computer for cheap, is you get a floor model. Gotta deal with a lot of damage though. Alright, now we're doing a new sub build. Boom. Windows 10 never works the way I like it either, and I have to break system functions for it to function better. I think that's true for everyone. Black Friday sale, yeah, that's another good one. Don't have Windows Update anymore, and I'm scared to mess with it again because I don't want it constantly deleting my stuff. I've managed to get my computer into a way that it is not able to delete things when it updates outside of the system files that it needs to alter. So I at least haven't had that trouble in a while. There we go. Size 3 axle goes in here. Now I need some of those specialty pieces. Not working anymore because apparently even if you change stuff in group policy, it still forces security updates, but mine doesn't. Yeah, it's a huge pain to manage to actually disable that stuff, no matter how badly you want to. Dad's computer keeps trying to install McAfee. Ouch. Looking on the internet, I still can't believe that there are people who still trust and use Norton antivirus and McAfee antivirus. Like, this is an actual thing. These people actually exist. Some of them are professionals. Yeah, I know that feeling, Xenon. I'm always leery whenever there's an update, because it's gonna fuck something up. And I never used to feel that way when using older versions of Windows. Like, oh, an update, that'll make my computer more compatible. Now it's the opposite. Not sure what antivirus I should use. I personally recommend Malwarebytes Anti-Malware. It's low on resources, works against viruses, spyware, adware, all that stuff. unfortunately the price per year did recently go up, which sucks. But there's a free version, which if you remember to use it to scan, it doesn't have real-time protection, but it does have a good scanner in the free version. Really meta because the updater itself fucks stuff up because it'll just randomly restart or wake up after midnight to do nothing. Yep. And your PC has like 6 fans. Good lord. My next PC is going to have liquid cooling and be goddamn silent. Go. There. It's the cylinder. I managed to pick up a really good motherboard because it's got this thing that underpowers the fans when they're not needed. Yeah, that's excellent. My computer also does that. I was surprised because it's actually a budget motherboard. But it makes it so it's not as loud in the middle of the night. The loudest fan on these computers that we got is actually the CPU fan. And after my CPU fan broke, if y'all remember that, I got a much quieter one, and that's been nice. There's the piece I need. Test how little it can give before the fans shut off, so it's so quiet. That's excellent. When I render videos, it's super loud. I imagine, yeah. You know what would be good right now when you have 50 tabs open and you're in the middle of a time-sensitive project? Free update. Oh yeah, you know what it likes to do to us? Is it waits until stream time. You know, how the computer is always super busy at 8:30 p.m. And then at 8:20, it'll be like, hey, there's an update ready. We're gonna slow down your computer until you update, so you can't do that thing that you do at this time every day. Mind you, Windows Update specifically claims that it attempts to do things at a time when the computer is usually not busy. Slip this on here. And there we go. Loudest fan on my computer is the video card, but I put up with it because it was the cheapest one I could find that would run Fallout 4. Doesn't Microsoft want to eventually charge a subscription fee for Windows? There's been rumors of that. But nothing concrete. It sounds like bullshit, but with how bad Windows 10 is in general about this stuff, it wouldn't surprise me. I think that would honestly lower the general usage for Windows just massively. I think that would actually cause people to start looking into other ideas. Mind you, that's when I'd start pirating Windows again. Even though I have the money for it. I'm not paying a subscription fee for my OS. I mean, I would never pirate a software product. That is not a thing that I would do, nor would I would we here at Squirrel Lily ever condone such an act? You wouldn't download a car. Google is doing cloud gaming now. Yeah, and there's all these streaming game services that are gonna inevitably fail too. That's fascinating that they're trying that shit again. It failed recently. The US the internet infrastructure in the US is just not good enough to support it, let alone places like Australia, which are even worse. Oh. Tried Linux on main PC, but Linux OBS is not the same. Got things that it does, stuff that you don't want to do. I can't do Linux on my main PC because I play video games on my main PC for a living. And it would severely limit the number of games that I could play. Let's see. Is Twitch still doing that bleed purple thing, or did that end? Done? Yeah, I figured. They always do it at times when no one has money or bits to give. It's a weird coincidence, question mark. They were, for those that don't know, doing a thing where if you use the bleed purple emote when you gave bits, it would give an extra 10% bits to the streamer. But that didn't last very long, and it was during a point where just none of our viewers could or wanted to give bit. You know what I mean. I'm not trying to be down on anyone. That'd be shitty. I'm trying to be down on Twitch because their timing is bad and their events don't last long enough. Let's see. Ooh, that just goes all the way in, huh? How does this one work? Oh, okay, I see. That's what she said. Trying to figure out which one's what she said. Oh, it just slides all the way in. Yeah, that one's pretty good. If you're just watching, I'm taking random Technic pieces and putting them together. There's no instructions or anything if you're just joining us. These are just random pieces, and I'm building nothing. That is not actually true, because here's a big old truck. Got him! I think this just clips on back here. It looks like... I'm glad y'all like my bad jokes. Alright, another sub build. There's elbow macaroni in this one. But I'm not 100% sure which case the elbow macaroni is in. Should be this one, I think. Yeah, here it is. Trash loves elbow macaroni. The third best kind of macaroni. Well, what are the first two? Alphabet shaped and big tube. I don't think those are technically called macaroni, though I guess all American noodles are made from macaroni product. So maybe they are all macaroni. What do I know? You know what my favorite kind of macaroni is? Feathers in caps. I need a couple of them blue clips. I need a black clip. You salted your pizza? Jesus Christ, how horrifying. Alright. Craving alphabet macaroni and dino chicken nuggets at 11 o'clock at night. I mean, there's worse things to eat at 11 o'clock at night. Tubles. There we go. Look, it's little legs. Walk. They trip. Aw, poor little legs. Be right back. Gotta go rob a grocery store. I believe I am allergic to the dino chicken nuggets that they sell around here, so I have to have regular chicken nuggets. Boring regular chicken nuggets. It's the wrong trousers. There's a telltale game of Wallace and Gromit. I'm not sure if it's the wrong trousers or not. And there we have it. It looks like it is pipe. Pipe which goes up here. All right. Those roof pipes, like you see. It's its own story. All right. I heard a story someone told about getting dinosaur chicken nuggets, and the cashier says we also have frozen nuggets, and she's like, these are frozen, and the cashier says, no, those are dinosaurs. I mean, the cashier's got a point. Those are dinosaurs. Oh, okay. Frozen. Like the movie. I think both people were right in this situation. Took them a minute too. And that's what we get for using up every word in the English language to name a movie after. Alright, so we just gotta stick this axle in this connector bit. And then I gotta put it all the way back here on this blue piece. Fine. I didn't want to take the truck back up here because we're doing yet another sub-build. You just get it too, Mox? There we go. That's a good build. Guess what step we're on now? 269. I know y'all never would have forgiven me if I hadn't pointed that out. Ah, the weed one. 269, blaze it. Hi, B. I mean, this is Chinese fake Lego, not Russian fake Lego, but you're close. Both exist. A lot of both exist. Alright, get that on there. And get this on here. No, get... You're covered, get in there. Speaking of Russians. I'm still mad that they went with for their breakfast tie-in products. They went with Tracer on Pop-Tarts instead of Zarya on Honeycomb. Zarya on Honeycomb would have actually been thematic. Tracer on Pop-Tarts is just pointless. Do you get it? Do you get it? Because they're both fast. I bought some American, probably novelty fake Lego that's too small for me to assemble. Oh, those bit blocks or whatever. Those are buildable, but not by people like you and me with hands that don't work quite right. You see the Lucio O's. Yes, those are already an homage to a WWE thing, so it's weird that they became an actual product. Which the WWE thing also became an actual product, so now they're technically competing brands. It's all very odd. Pretty sure there's not a box of booty O's for commercial sale anymore. Ah, that would make more sense. And Lucio O's becoming a real product happened fairly recently through Funko Pop, so. Alright, we got this tube. This is a handmade tube. This is hand rolled. Yeah, booty O's. And they're not Lucy O's because then that would imply that he went by Lucy, but he doesn't. He goes by Lucio. It's a very large space shuttle set from when space shuttle was still a thing, and every once in a while I consider getting out some tweezers and building it. That's super cool sounding. No, I'm pretty sure that it's not Pirate's Booty. I'm pretty sure they're referring to butt. I may be wrong. Christy can correct me if I am. Pretty sure we already live in that. Never tried Pirate's Booty.
That's like a corn chip.
No, I know. It's just funny out of context. One second, y'all. Yep, that's what I was doing too. Oh, that was a good one. Alright, apparently I'm supposed to make 2 tubes. One of them goes here. I am glad that this policy has created an interesting and funny quote bot. Honestly, I'm just glad we finally got a way to do a quote bot. Oh wow, it did break. That's no good. I'm thinking that it just detects spam if you do it too often, too quickly. Yeah. So that's probably an anti-spam measure, so don't abuse it too much. Couple seconds cooldown, alright. Oh no, the not digestive fluids is your favorite one. Alright, so now we've got a pair of tubes. Which, honestly, there's worse things you could wind up with. Now I need a long blue clip. one of those little tubes. There are 2 tubes, but which one will you feed? God damn. Alright, where's the little tube? Where are you, little tube? Where is Spot? Where could he be? He hasn't finished his supper yet. Go. Ooh, we need a printed brick for this. So back to the system box. Alright. We need a thing with a hole on the other side. We need Christy to dab. 1x1 plates. And I need a printed control panel-y thing. That one's not printed. Oh wait, it's not printed. Never mind. It's a grate. Silly me. Me and my nearsightedness and colorblindness. There it is. I had a widescreen CRT. Apparently they're super expensive now. There we are. Nice mods. It makes the game look so realistic, right? It does appear to be a spaceship looking thing. Now it wants me to turn it this way for some reason. I'm not sure that's really important. Alright, now we grab the truck. I'm a little surprised that it rarely feels like it's gonna fall apart. Like, as bootlegs go, it's high quality, despite not being high quality. These just slip into there. Yeah, the problem is the physics often cause corpses to get stuck to my feet. And sometimes my sword will tink off things that it shouldn't. Alright, and now we push that in, and now it's got a thingy. Look at that. It's got this thingy here. Hooray! Oh, you're right. I'm gonna get banned from Twitch. That's not connected correctly. Shit. Or, yes, it is. It's just wobbly. Well, that's great. The other one's held on a little better. So, here's some balls. I just can't get over. I just cannot get over the shape of this piece. Okay. Truck nuts, exactly. Lego Technic truck nuts. The next generation of fear. No. Now I need these. No, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. Ah! Ow. And one more. And now I need a size 4 nail. Here. Once again, I feel like I'm just putting random pieces together for no good reason. Because this doesn't look like anything. That's like my biggest problem with Technic. Is until I'm actually done things, it's really hard to tell what I'm doing. It also makes free building Technic models very difficult. Now the balls have been pierced. Sure. Now we've got another big tube. So that's good. Now I was expecting us to be using a lot more of these today. Girders. But it just isn't happening. We're just doing little details when I thought we were going to be making like the whole back section. And I'm not disappointed overall. Just surprised. I actually decided that I was feeling well enough to do this under the assumption that I'd be handling mainly large, non-fiddly pieces. Come on. There it is. Thank you for the L's. They seem to work every time. Of course they do. They're magic. My Little Pony, L is magic. Or My Little Pony, L is the real 2048 or whatever. What was that sign that didn't actually say anything in Mario 64? L is real and then a number. My Little Pony, we apparently are humans in a high school now. Yep, that's a thing. My Little Anthropomorphic Pseudo Horse. Vaguely vape-shaped contraption if you were vaping friendship or the concept of time. I like the way you think. Gotta be in here. My Little Pony, good luck looking up porn and not finding any My Little Pony. The internet. 80% of all porn is based in some way on My Little Pony. It's a fact. Look it up. Alright, more elbow macaroni. Immortalized forever. It's looking more and more vape shaped, like a custom vape. Because now we're making the mouthpiece. Look at that. I'd take my CBD out of that. It looks like a weird pipe. No. The vape is a handsome young man. That is a weird looking pipe. Hi everybody, I'm Strong Bad. I'm from 2002. Ask your parents. Another elbow macaroni in here somewhere. There's another elbow macaroni in here somewhere. Maybe. Shouldn't be hard to spot. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really shocked that we haven't found any missing pieces. Or haven't found ourselves missing any pieces yet. Aha! Elbow macaroni. Elbow macaroni. Little game card on the side so you can game while you vape. Then you can be a gamer and do vape tricks. Suck on that sweet, sweet cotton. Get in there. And... aww. It's a tandem vaporizer. Now you and your loved one can vape together. You'd look sweet on the seat of e-cigarettes built for two. Vapuka. Yeah, but y'all gotta make sure you're saying it right. Not vape hookah, vapuka. We'll both be besotting ripping that cotton on a vape rig that's built for two. That is so much better. Okay. I think that's fine. I think that's how that goes. Yeah, it's even uneven in the instructions. That's so weird. Yeah, that's just how that's supposed to look. Those pipes lead fucking nowhere. I guess that's fine. When I was at the races yesterday, I saw someone smoking 2 cigarettes at once. Through their nose? Was it through their nose? They're getting into the spirit and racing to the grave. But tell me it was through their nose. Because if it wasn't through their nose, that seems like a waste of good cigarettes. Alright, so now we're on to, like, actual mechanical parts, it looks like. It's had one in each hand alternating. Weird. You remember these giant-ass pieces from the official build? Well, here they go, here they go, here they go again. Now I gotta get 2 of these. Just like... stick that shit in there, I guess. Yeah, these are really cool pieces. I don't know how well the bootleg version's gonna work, but we can try them out. Do is you spin them. And oh my gosh, that is not in good shape already. Well, now if this was stainless steel like it's supposed to be, there wouldn't be rust there. I am actually wiping the rust off using my shirt. Maybe it's stained steel. It sure is. It's safe. You die instantly. No, rust is honestly not a particularly dangerous thing to have around. Because people misunderstand how tetanus is spread, people tend to think rust is much more dangerous than it is. "90% sure I heard people discussing the safety of smoking after huffing or drinking petrol." Oh no, that's incredibly dangerous. Huffing petrol in general is, serious brain damage. Like, very serious brain damage. So, I think smoking afterwards is just the nail in the coffin, so to speak. I know about rust. You have randomly generated junk. Heyo! Petrol in general is pretty bad, except in cars. Yeah, cars like it. Cars are pretty happy about it. Alright, I need a size 3 axle, which is shown in what appear to be 2 completely different shades of gray in the instruction manual, but oh well. I need a cog. Trucks don't, though, unless they're trucks. Yes. I agree wholeheartedly, Xenon. Alright, now we have a cog there, which turns the mechanism. Alright, good. And then there's a diagram of how the cog turns the mechanism. Trucks like petrol, but different. That's my brand name for diesel, and I'm gonna trademark it. You know what? You go for it. Alright, now I need a size 11 axle. I think that's an 11. Fortunately, I have this bump map, so to speak. Yep, that's 11. Makes it very easy to measure. You need a justifiable reason and or to pay a fee to trademark something. You do need to pay a fee, certainly. I don't know if you need a justifiable reason. Although you can't trademark just a word. It has to be something in relation to something else. And it has to be distinct. Alright. Wants me to put this here and then put this cog here. It's far harder than it sounds. There we go. Now it wants me to find a T. Oh, I actually have to open up the irregular girder box. Hell yeah, T. And push that through. It dangles. Hooray! Oh, doesn't need to go that far, good lord. Alright, good enough. Years later, and I'm still waiting for a T-shaped Tetramino. Now I need one of these lazy L's. Just leaning. That was a yawn. Alright, click that in. Put that in. Flip. Or push that in. Axle that in. Ah. Damn. There we go. And there we go. And another one. Nah, I think I'm good. Shadow of the Colossus of trash in the background, right? You can just see it. Oh my gosh, I actually get to use a girder. Size 9 green. That's the one. There. And here. Looks pretty good. This is the most satisfying thing for me in all of LEGO, clicking a girder onto a bunch of circle things, right? Alright, and now we take this back and it wants me to get this mechanism all the way out. That sounds like a Handsome Jack line. There we go. Step 300. Wow. Now that Tetris Effect has been released, I totally expect Dr. Mario Effect. It's just like really taking pills. That'll be the slogan. Okay, now I need a big size 8 nail. And a big red nut. Mario isn't actually a doctor, he's a licensed dentist. Dentists are doctors. That's why they're called DDS, Doctors of Dental Science. Yes, dentists do in fact have get to use that doctor prefix. Here we are. Well, that took you a while, huh? Yasin finally came out here to see what was going on. It's summer, so he's just sleepy all the time. Alright, now how the fuck does any of this connect? I guess this goes here. I think. Oh my god, this is a mess. trying to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to line this up. This is so... Okay, I see. There is actually one spot to line it up. Or at least line up part of it. Wow, this is incredibly awkward. I think this goes through here. Sleepy all the time year round. You're like an improved dog. That's how Monster Factory started. I almost said Monster Hunter, which I'm also okay with. That's how Monster Hunter started. Alright, so now turning this gear causes this to tip over. And it probably won't fall apart because it's rusty. It'll be fine. Totally fine. These parts were like nice and greased in the Lego one, and this one they're rusty. Which is probably because they were in standing water. But maybe they just came like that. We'll never know. What are they gonna do? Sue me for defamation? There we go. Now... Wow, alright. Now this goes through here, apparently. Goes in here. Oh, come on! Everything's falling apart. Right before our very eyes. I was waiting for a point when stuff would start just falling apart. There we go. I think I got that. Close enough. Ah. There we go. The story so far. Yeah, the random mechanical bits are starting to make some sense. Like, it's a good build overall. I don't think I'm up for making another of these mechanical parts tonight, because those are real fiddly. So I think at step 304 we're gonna call it for the night and get back to it next week. Let's take a look at our good trash child. It's been a rough road, but it's coming together. Looking pretty cool. So thanks everyone for joining. I'll see you next week, but in the meantime, there are 6 other days. Tomorrow will be Katie doing Press Any Key, which she couldn't do last week because of internet problems. Saturday is Christie's morning wildcard stream, probably Enter the Gungeon and Magic the Gathering, and or.
Just Enter the Gungeon.
Just Enter the Gungeon. No Magic the Gathering.
I don't feel like embarrassing myself and wear this work anymore.
Fucking have a boneless pizza. Sunday is due with more Sunday is due with more Mother 3. There is no happy ending. Keep that in mind. Monday is Christy continuing Thomas Was Alone. Tuesday is Andrea continuing Minecraft Story Mode. Hi, Risby. Wednesday is Community Day with Tail. And it'll be Chapter 2 with our intrepid mercenaries heading back into the city to see what they can see and see about confronting that old Rat King for being a jerk-ass. And Thursday I'll be back around to me with more Trash Beetle. We'll see you next time. Thanks everyone for coming, and yeah, I'm a little out of it now because I've been at this for so long. We'll see you next time, and you can see our team listed below the video on the page. You should follow them as well. Good night, everybody.